Hey people, this is Rima. I want to quickly cover the things to do and not to do in the solar eclipse that's coming up tomorrow. So, some of you asked, what should we do? Solar eclipse tomorrow is happening more so in major parts of Asia, most of Africa, and some parts of Australia and Europe. So, you want to find out if the solar eclipse is happening more in certain parts of the world where you're at. And the reason why we say it's not happening in the United States because it's going to be night over here. The sun is not going to be awake for us. So it would not apply. What happens in a solar eclipse? The moon is going to cover up, is going to come between the sun and the earth. So this time, tomorrow, the solar eclipse is a ring of fire. The moon is completely going to cover up the sun. If I'm the sun, the moon is going to completely cover up the sun. And so the sun's rays are going to be very damp, in other words, right? So you will see the cloud is it's very cloudy and etc. So astrologically and spiritually, what are the important things to do during the solar eclipse? The first thing you want to know is the timing. At what time is the solar eclipse happening? So if I was looking at India, it is prominent from 10 o'clock. It starts at 9:30ish, but it's prominent from about 10:15 in the morning up to all the way to the afternoon, 3 o'clock. And its effect is maximum at midday at around 12ish. So if you're joining thank you for watching. If you're joining the video, you might want to go back and hear the previous parts when I started the video. Those are important. So, it's not prominent in the United States, but in India from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock, it is very prominent. Also in Africa and Australia, Europe, you want to check for the time when it's there. When this happens, there's a lot of impact that we say is astrologically and spiritually of a solar eclipse and even of a lunar eclipse, but more so of a solar eclipse. I'm going to discuss that and what to do and not to do. Because the sun's rays, and I've explained this in the December solar eclipse, when I mentioned 26 December, this solar eclipse is nearly not as bad as the December one, but in the sign of Gemini tomorrow, there is going to be sun, moon. The moon is going to cover up the sun completely, but Mercury is also closely conjoined in conjunction, and there is Rahu, the North Node, all of these 4 planets in this sign, and Mercury is retrograde. So there's a lot of, I don't want to say the word heavy, but intense is the right word, energy, and especially in the sign of Gemini. So what you want to do, for one, is in the United States, we'll be asleep, right, most likely. But in India and parts that are affecting you, one, you want to stay home. During the solar eclipse, you don't want to go out. The sun's energies are completely, I'm trying to find the right word, like they are weak is the right word, I would say, because the moon is completely covering the sun. And when the sun's rays are weak, its potential to do what it does, right? It kills germs, microorganisms. That potential drops completely to a very, very strong extent, especially at the peak time of the solar eclipse, which is midday in India. So you do not want to be venturing out. That's the most important thing. Second important thing we say is because the microorganisms that we cannot see with the naked eye, right? Because they are going to be, there's going to be good bacteria, bad bacteria, bad micro. So it's not governed by the sun's rays. The bad microorganisms are not going to be killed or governed. So what you want to do is you do not want to venture into activities where pleasure activities, we say, and under that, everything under the sun and pleasure activities, where we are going to be dealing with microorganisms in any way, in ingesting them, putting them in our body, exchanging them, etc. So which means that you want to avoid, ideally you want to avoid eating and drinking anything. That's the ideal. If you can do that, that's great. So it's like a fast, and that also helps our body purify whatever needs to be done. So an eclipse is a great time for purging. It's a wonderful time for purging at all levels: physical level, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic level. So it's a time to let go. It's a time to, if there's something in your life that you want to let go, this is the time to do it. If you want to clean things out of your home, this is the time to do it. If you want to clean your mind, then this is the time for mantra and jap and spiritual practice. Be deep in prayers. We say that during this time you want to be whatever deities, whatever god, religion, faith you follow, you just want to be chanting. And the reason for that is when the sun's rays, when the universe or the nature is naturally not there to support us, we can use the powers of these chants to increase our immunity, our spiritual immunity, emotional immunity. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for watching. So it helps us build our immunity. So when the atmosphere, let's say like when you're talking about the coronavirus and etc., right? If it's a flu season, what will we do? We will try to increase our immunity so we're not affected by what's happening outside. So that's the point here. The point is protection. So you stay indoors, especially for people that are pregnant. Very important. Very important to do not venture out. Second, you do not want to be looking directly at the sun. Obviously, there's, in science, people are curious and they want to see what an eclipse looks like. So it can be very harmful to the eyes. We say, if you believe in it, like as per Vedic scriptures. Third, you want to be chanting as much as possible. Fourth, if you can, fast. Do not eat or drink anything. And fifth, and if you don't like to chant, you can read spiritual scripture. So there's alternatives, right? You can just listen to some bhajans, or you can read some books of philosophy, self-reflection activities basically. And fifth, and that's also a very important part, is we say to clear out in parts where the solar eclipse is going to be prominent, because the sun's rays are going to be so negative or weak, or skewed is another word, right? They're going to be not themselves. You don't know the food that is usually preserved that we use, or even drinks or water, they get filled with germs and negative microorganisms. In other words, you can say this is a time for the dark energies to rise. That's another way to look at it, that you can have a lot of negative energy. Dark energies can easily become prevalent because the sun is not there to protect. The sun has a very major part. It does a lot of things in protecting us. So you want to recycle everything from your home, which may sound a little insane to many of you, that has water content in it. Because water, any watery, liquidy content, that has the potential for germs. If there's a dry food, like if there's this dry snack that you're just keeping in the pantry over the shelf, it has very little water content, you don't have to worry about that. Any food item that has a higher shelf life, you don't have to worry about it. But food that were cooked, that are fresh, that have water content, like chapatis that you make, we add water to it. You don't want to use those foods after the solar eclipse. You want to trash all of that. Preferably even ketchup and everything that's in your pantry and kitchen and fridge, as much as you can. What I do is, okay, wonderful that you will be doing a dry fasting. Thank you for sharing that, Chassie. That's wonderful. That just works. That's amazing. So yeah, I'm already having Chassie sharing with us. Some people are sharing that they're going to do a fast anyways. It's an excellent time for spiritually ascending, to connecting to your deeper self, to your higher guides. It's wonderful. And so after you recycle all of that food, we clean our homes, we clean our kitchen, and we clean our bodies. So taking a shower after the eclipse is over, not during the eclipse. During the eclipse, ideally you're just sitting and chanting. It is not a time to celebrate. It is not a time to be intimate. It is not a time to be watching movies. It's a time to cultivate your mind and to the deepest level of spirituality and self-reflection and connection. So if you want to take advantage of this offer by the universe, an eclipse is an excellent time to shift from one side to the other of your life, whether that's negative to positive or positive to negative, depending on what you choose to do. So people that are born during eclipse, many astrologers will say this is very negative and etc. There's very negative reviews that they will give about somebody born with an eclipse, somebody who has Amavasya yoga, or that is lunar eclipse or solar eclipse in their chart. It can have a very negative effect if this person does not follow the spiritual path, does not do subconscious work, if they do not get deeply connected to their inner self. Then there can be darkness, because the sun is not there. So there is just confusion, there's lack of identity, there's lack of knowing who am I, right? So that's why during this time we're saying that just follow as much as you can activities that are spiritual in nature. whether you're meditating, you're chanting. That's what I did on 26th of December. 2019. That eclipse was really heavy, very intense, and one of a kind for a generation. And there were my friends were partying, they were celebrating, they were meeting, they were like, we don't care about it. I didn't go. I was invited, I refused. I stayed home and I was in meditation. And we know what happened after that, right? Like, we have the coronavirus and whatever people believe it in or not, but the food contamination part is heavy during a solar eclipse. So these are the things to do and not to do. I've shared everything that I know in this video. If there's anything else that you know, please do share with us. And nothing for us to worry in the United States. Go to sleep, chant if you want. Yeah. And another thing that I wanted to mention is the solar eclipse happens twice a year, but certain days, certain times, thank you for the likes, the eclipses it's a full eclipse or a partial eclipse. So in India, this is a full eclipse for India and parts of Africa, because you can only see a ring of fire of the sun. So it is strong in that sense. And there's the North Node is also in the sign of Gemini. Those of you who are Gemini moons, there can be anxiety, there can be more worry, panic attacks. So again, you just want to do grounding activities. You want to just sit, even like actual grounding, like pranayams, feeling your feet wherever they are. Just connecting with people in your home that can help you feel safer, protected. Root chakra mantras if you want to hear on YouTube. So these are some different suggestions. Okay, thank you everybody for listening. Bye bye.